One of the most common one of the most common questions that I get asked is how do you create so much content, Richard? Like you're everywhere, and hopefully that's a positive thing. The pay me a marketing compliment, like you're everywhere. You know, they're like you're on YouTube, you podcast, you like Facebook, like you're doing all this stuff. I've not got the time to do that. How can I possibly compete? Well, I have some great news for you. I'm going to give you a tip today that will allow you to create a lot of content, be in a lot of places, and not have to give up any more time than you are right now. Probably even reduce your time demand. So let's just dive straight into that. First of all, why would you even need to do that? Why do I need to create a lot of content, be a lot of places, Richard? Well, visibility is important. I think it's either Grant Cardone or Gary Vaynerchuk said, we're in the attention business when we're building an online business, whether it's network marketing or whatever it may be. If we can't get the right people's attention, if we can't distract them and say, hey, take a look at what I've got, how will we even get them to opt in, to buy something, to jump on a Zoom call? The answer is we can't. So with content, we can put bait in many more places than we can be physically to do the old-fashioned phone calls or Zoom calls. We can actually attract more people to us, the right people, and be in all these different places where they're already hanging out. So content really is king for leverage, reach, and grabbing attention. So now we know we should do that. How can we get so much out there in so many different places? Now, I've got videos on what type of content you can create to be appealing. That's not what this one's about. It's the practicalities. So I recommend doing two things. I recommend that you have a separate days for separate activities, and I'll come through those in a second. And I recommend that you chunk your time on those days. So for example, let me show you this. You see, I don't know if you can, it's a bit bright, it's quite a bright day. Down there I've numbered 1 to 32. At the moment, this topic, where we are, content creation for busy people, is number 24. So this is my 24th video that I've recorded in a row. So I'm recording all my content up and including to the end of March. So I want to do that because I have a particular project that I want to work on, but I don't want to let my business activity suffer. So all today, I've recorded 32 pieces of content. I'm using the audio for my podcast. I'm using the video for YouTube, and I will edit those videos tomorrow. All of the videos, all of the podcasts, I will edit them and I will schedule and upload them tomorrow. It's Monday today, that's Tuesday. On Wednesday, I'm going to schedule the social media posts that point people towards this content. So today is Monday, I'm recording it all. Tomorrow is Tuesday, I'm editing and uploading it all. Wednesday, I'm going to schedule the social media posts and the emails I send out that point people to the content. So, Facebook post, LinkedIn post, my email, hey, have you seen this new training video that's out? Have you seen this new podcast that's out? So by Thursday, only taking me 3 days. It's the coming up like the third week in January right now. I'm going to be just about 10 weeks ahead of where I am right now. 10 weeks to work on a new project. So I'll still be everywhere, but I won't be working on content at all or social media pretty much at all, other than responding to messages, that kind of thing, the live stuff. I won't be doing any of that. Yet I'm going to be in all these different places. So I'm giving you an insight into the level of organization and preparation that it takes to be able to get this much content out there so consistently and so professionally in so many different places and always of a good standard, right? So what I recommend that you do is make a list of the topics that you want to cover, record all of those one day, edit and upload those. You can schedule the uploads the next day. And then any social media platforms that you've got, you can schedule the post there. I use something called Buffer. So I just put the post in on Buffer, click which social media platforms I want it to go to, and it's all taken care of. So that is called chunking. I don't sit down on Monday today and go, okay, I'm going to record a video, then edit it, then upload it, then schedule a social media post. You know why? The clunkiness of going between those different activities and actions, it wastes time. For me to kind of make sure my hair's cut, make sure, trim my beard, make sure I've got a decent shirt on, the backdrop is tidy, the camera's charged, plenty of room on the memory card. I've asked my family, give me some peace and quiet for a couple hours. The time for me to do all of that, think of the topic, write it down. By the time I start recording, I'm already 30 minutes, 40 minutes deep. I'm recording 5 or 6 minute videos, 6, 12, 18, 24, 32. I could do 5 videos in the time it's taken me to prepare to just do the one. Then I got to unplug all this stuff, get my laptop out, edit it. Can you see how clunky it is? I may as well just, this topic, pause, read my next notes. Okay, next topic, pause, read my next notes, next topic. Bang, 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 32 of them. I can do it in a few hours. Tomorrow, because I've got the software open and I'm in a flow, I can just drop the video in. I trim the beginning, I trim the end, I add the text, done. Trim the beginning, trim the end, add the text, save, and then I extract the audio. That's it, that's another day done. So by chunking these repetitive tasks into one sitting, we're able to get so much more done. We can amplify our activities. And by preparing and organizing what we're going to do, we can get so much more out there, so many different places of content in a relatively short period of time. I mean, it's going to take me 3 days of work time, not even full days, just three, like a few hours at a time, to get 8-10 weeks ahead. I've done this before for 6 months. So I mean, I think it took me like 2 weeks. It took me 2 weeks. I was 6 months ahead of my business. I did what I wanted for 6 months. Leads still coming in, sales still coming in. All I did was spend 30 minutes on social media, answering messages. I do one Facebook Live in a week in my private group. That's work. My business is 6 figures. See, I mean, it's not to be sniffed at, right? So was that useful? Was that helpful? I like to be quite practical in the tips that I give you so that you can go and you've got enough detail there to go and put it into your business and really start making some progress with your content organization, with your reach, even if you're busy. I hope that you go and implement this so you can see the results. It's fun to do as well, to have that breathing expansion time and go, oh wow, I can now work on my business, not just in my business, and have some time for these new projects without having anything else to suffer. If you'd like some more tactics from me, I'm full of them. You can go to www.authoritynetworker.com/webinar. I'll stick it in the comments or the text area, somewhere like that. You're able to register for a free web class there if you're a network marketer. As always, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires and excuses. And what was I going to say? Have a nice day. Can't forget your manners, right? Bye for now.